how do we tell the difference between observing ourselves in the sense you mean and merely thinking about ourselves? How do we tell the difference between observing ourselves in the sense you mean and merely thinking about ourselves, right? Do you have got the answer? Thinking about ourselves and observing about ourselves. There are two different things according to this question. Thinking about oneself, which we all do. I am making progress, I am better than yesterday, I have my problems, which is thinking. I wish I had better food, better clothing, better housing, or I wish I had more sex. You follow money, thinking about oneself all the time, which most of us do. Even the austere monk, he does think about himself, right? Only in the name of God, right? And the questioner says, what is the difference between that, thinking about yourself, and observing yourself? Right? Right? That's the question. Now, we know what it means to think about ourselves, right? It's really going round and round in a circle. Either expanding the self, the ego, or contracting the ego, right? I am the world, I am God, I must be more kindly, I must love, I must be more intelligent, I must meditate in order to achieve whatever they want to achieve. So we are all caught in that. And observing oneself is something entirely different, right? Then let's find out, what does it mean to observe? You understand the question? We are together in this. Come on, Sajjan. First of all, do we observe anything without the word? Do we observe the mountain and not call it mountain? You understand? Do we observe the evening light on the cloud with its most extraordinary color, beauty, and something immense? Can we look at those clouds and the mountain without a single using without a single word? Can we do that? You understand my question? Don't look so paralyzed. That's why, can we look at anything objectively, the trees, nature, the waters, the sky and the evening star, and the silence of the morning, this extraordinary world we live in, natural world, can we look at anything without a single word? And to find that out, we have to go into the question why the brain is caught in a network of words. You understand my question? Are we together in this? We are asking, can we look at anything, including my wife, my husband, my daughter, the politicians, the various gurus and the priests and all the circus that goes on in the name of religion? Can we look at all that without reaction first? Then find out if we can look at all that without the network of words interfering with our observation. Can we do that? Have you ever tried that? When one looks at one's wife or husband, can you look at her or him without all the images, all the things that you have accumulated about her or him, just to look? Can you? You are exceptionally silent when I talk about the husband and the wife and the girl and the boy. So, one has to find out why the brain is so caught up in words. When you say he's a communist or a totalitarian, you have wiped it out, right? You have put him in a category, in a cage, and that's the end of it. Oh, he's British. Or he's French, or he's an Indian, or he's this or that. See what is happening to our brain. Linguistically, the brain has been caught with words, not the significance and the depth of the word, but just the word. This requires careful watching. Watching is to observe. There was a balloon going up this morning, you must have all seen it, and you watched it, going up and up and up very, very, very slowly. The gondola hanging, and you saw the whole thing. Then you must say, "But Joe, I wish I were up there." Or you say to yourself, "How dangerous." And so on. We never look at anything without words, without reaction. Look. Now you're all sitting there, and you're unfortunately seeing the speaker. And you've already put him into a category. You already have an image about him. You already said he's this, he's that, or he's some kind of idiot, or whatever you like to say about him. So you never he's forgot to whistle. So you never look at him as though for the first time. You understand? Have you ever done this kind of thing? Not just for a minute or for an hour or a day, but the freshness of the mind, brain, you understand? Which is not caught in words and look at everything as though for the first time you're looking at the world. That observation is to watch oneself, never allowing a single thought to escape without knowing, without watching it, being aware of it, giving your whole attention to that one thought. And then another thought, keep at it. So that your brain is tremendously attentive. You understand? So that watching is not egocentric movement, whereas thinking about yourself is egotistic, self-centered activity. This is clear, isn't it? Now, just a minute. How do we move from this to that? Right? You're asking naturally, must ask that question. Or am I asking the question and you're accepting it? You understand? Suppose one is self-centered, I am self-centered, egocentric. All my outlook is personal. I am not loved, I must love. No, you know, all the kind of turmoil, silliness that goes on. I am that, one is that. Then how am I? How is it to move to the other? Right? You're asking that question, aren't you? Is that the right question? Moving from here to there. That's a wrong question, obviously. Because if you move from here to that, that is the same as this. Vous avez compris? Let's move. You understand this? If I say I am selfish, now I must not be selfish. I must observe. The must is still in the same category or same movement as thinking about oneself. Right? Are we together in all this? Some of us, I hope at least. So the question then is answered. Not the answer is outside the question, but the answer is in the question, right? That is, observing the question itself. What it reveals. It reveals tremendous lot. Because this is, you see, observing, if I can put it differently, observing, perceiving has no time. The other is caught in time. Thinking about myself, I will fulfill one day. I have no roots now, but I'm going to establish roots sometime. I have no identity. You follow? All those are time-binding quality. Time-binding quality is essentially the self. I don't know if you want to go into all that. I'm finding all this as I talk, not right? Whereas watching, if you watch that bird, there's no time in that at all. You're just watching, right? So the word and thought create the time. I won't go into it. Right? You got it?